Good morning, students. So this is my last lecture for this topic, Polynomials Chapter 2. Today we are going to finish exercise 2.5 and this chapter will also be finished. So we have done few identities earlier. Now I am going to introduce one more identity. That is a new identity again for you. A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3ABC is equal to A plus B plus C, in other bracket A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA. Children, it seems to be a lengthy one, but it is very easy to learn. First you have all three values with degree 1, then you have squares, and then combination of two variables at a time with negative signs. So it's an example given. I am going to give you an example, but I have solved question number 11 of your NCERT book that you can note down from here. First you understand this question, how it is done using this identity. Question is 27x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 9xyz. So with whole cube it is to be written 3x whole cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3, then 3x into y into z. Now it is in this form, a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc. So its expansion on the other side is a plus b plus c, a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca. So here it is 3x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3 into 3x into y into z. At place of A it is 3x, at place of B it is y, at place of C it is z. In next bracket, A will be taken as 3x whole square, at place of B it is y square, then C is z square, then minus 3xy minus yz minus xz. So these are the two factors which cannot be factorized further. This is the answer. Same way, now we will be doing question number 12, where we have to verify that this identity can also be written as half x plus y plus z. Then you have bracket x minus y whole square plus y minus z whole square plus z minus x whole square. So what we will do is, you write half taking right hand side. We will prove right hand side and left hand side equal. Then only it will be verified. So when you are going to take right hand side half x plus y plus z, then open this identity x minus y whole square by using a minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab. I hope you have followed it. Then for next bracket, a square plus b square minus 2ab. Then for third bracket, a square plus b square minus 2ab. Now you can see we have 2x squares, so I have added it as 2x square. Y square and y square will become 2y square. Z square and z square will become 2z square. Then minus 2xy, minus 2yz and minus 2xz. After this step, I have taken 2 common. 2 and this 2 are cancelled. Now you are left with x plus y plus z, x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus xz. If we recall the identity that we have done today, a plus b plus c, a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca, I have got this side. So I'll write it equal to this side, a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc. So same I have done. It is x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3abc. Now you can see left side was this and right has also converted to this form. So left and right both sides are equal, hence it is verified. I hope this question is clear to you. Now there is a little modification in this given identity. Question is, if in this identity this particular bracket x plus y plus z is given as 0, then what will happen to this part? X plus y plus z, if it is 0, so if I put 0 over here, 0 multiplied by any expression gives you 0. then this x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz will become 0. And this minus 3xyz, if I shift it to that side, it will become plus 3xyz. And this we have to prove. Question was, if x plus y plus z is 0, prove that x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to 3xyz. That is proved over here, because this part was 0 and this minus will become plus that side. Now again, in the exercise, children, in exercise 2.5 we have identities and then we have their practical application side by side. So we have question number 14 in the exercise. You have to show without actually calculating cubes, you have to find the value. So using this identity we can solve this. Minus 12 cube plus 7 cube plus 5 cube. If I take one value as A, one as B, one as C. So what is my first step? According to this ID, we have to show that if the sum of all these three terms is coming 0 or not. If it is coming 0, then we can directly apply this formula. So what I have done, minus 12, 7 and 5 I have added. Answer is 0. If this value is 0, then A cube plus B cube plus C cube is 3ABC. So I have taken 3 into minus 12 into 7 into 5. I am not going to calculate cubes. But using identity directly I have got the answer. Minus 1260. This is the answer. Why? Because A plus B plus C has come 0 first. Then I have used this identity. Same way, second part of this question you can do yourself. Then we have question number 15. Give possible expression for length and breadth of each of the following rectangles if area is given. Children, this expression gives you area. This is area of rectangle given to you. And we have to find length and breadth. So what we will do, we will make factors of this area expression by splitting the middle term. Multiply 25 with 12, you will get 300. So you have to make two factors. By adding them, you should get minus 35. By multiplying, you should get 300. So I have got these factors as 20 and 15, both negatives. When you add both, you get 35. When you multiply both, you get minus 300. Sorry, plus 300. So I have taken first two values in one bracket and next two values in another bracket. Here I have taken 5a common. So I am left with 5a minus 4. And out of these two numbers, I have taken minus 3 common. And I am left with 5a minus 4. Children, when you got a common factor in both the terms, it means this factorization, making of factors is correct. So 5a minus 4 is common and 5a minus 3 is inside. But my problem was to find out length and breadth. So because it is area, I will compare it with area. 5a minus 4 and 5a minus 3. Area is length into breadth. So any one of the expression can be given as length and one of the expression can be taken as breadth. So I have got the value of length and breadth. Now children, this is the last question of the exercise. Question number 16. What are the possible expression for dimensions of cuboid whose volume is given? Now volume is given here. 3-dimensional figure. Cuboid. Length, breadth, height. So what I will do, these are the two values in an expression. It's a binomial. So we cannot split the middle term. What we have done, we will try to take something common. 3 and 12 gives you 3 common. X square and x give you x common. So when you take 3 and x outside, you are left with x inside and minus, then 4 inside. So you have 3 factors now. You have 3, you have x, and you have x minus 4. So one value is 3, one value is x, one value is x minus 4. So these are the 3 possible dimensions for the cuboid. One of it will be length, one will be breadth, and one will be height. So children, it finishes the chapter. This was the last question of the exercise. Now your work is, you have to complete this exercise in your notebook. Thank you so much.